what's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video, today I am not by myself. Introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I am Soju.
Real name.
Real name. My name is Pe, and yes, I'm out in Korea, obviously.
Alright, so I have a few questions that I put up on Instagram, on YouTube, and somewhere. I forgot. Yeah. So the first question is just to get to know you. How long have you been here?
So I've been in Korea for a year and 8 months now. Yeah, so almost 2 years.
Yeah, and next one, how did you find out about the opportunity to come teach here?
Through this one.
How is that the first video? Like, did you search teaching, or did you like a random?
I said South African teachers, Korea.
Oh, so why did you search that? How did you find out
about just the EPIC program in general? I actually tried applying in China.
Oh.
And it didn't work out because they needed I needed to use the WeChat channel, WeChat app.
And then the whole verification.
I started freezing, didn't work, and then I was like, someone's like, try Korea, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I found that one video of yours.
The money.
About the money. I was sold, and it's all true. It's all true.
Yeah, if you're wondering what video I'm talking about, I'll link it up right now. Go check it out. Maybe I might convince you to come here. That's crazy to me that you watched a video and now we're doing a video together.
I could see it in your eyes, like, which is like no joke, for real. I'm like,
I just couldn't believe. And there's even more, like the one when you leave that you get paid.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that, so there's even money that I didn't even include.
Yeah, bonage. So it's all real, it's all true.
I'll do a video.
Yeah.
So the next question is, where and what are you studying?
Okay, I'm studying through the University of South Africa, UNISA, and I'm doing my LLB.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you start studying in South Africa or here?
I started studying in South Africa.
And then you just...
And then I just
So what was the process like, switching? What do you have to do?
Okay. Oh, that's such a multi-layered question because
Really?
it's changed now.
Okay.
So
you can explain what you did and how it has changed.
And how it has changed. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I came here, the requirement was that when it's time for exams, you would have to write at the embassy. So whatever country you're going to go to, you just find out if there's a writing center. And UNISA had like a full list of, if you're in this country, this is where you go and write. And you also had to pay an extra fee to write there. So for example, if your full year fee was 10,000 Rand, you'd have to pay like another 10,000 just to go write.
Oh. How many, like, it doesn't matter how many papers you're writing?
It honestly, they just doubled
whatever
your fee was.
So like they charge you as an international student?
As an international student, it's essentially just for being Urkanti. Like,
that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't mean I'm rich or like I'm still South African buffet. Anyway, so I was like, okay, fine, let's budget for this. I need to finish this degree. And then because of COVID, that changed drastically.
Okay, what happened?
So worldwide, obviously, students couldn't go into the exam center because of COVID protocols.
Yeah.
So we had to move all our examinations online. Okay. And because of that, that basically meant that, so that included us. I no longer have to go to the embassy to write. As far as UNISA is concerned, I could be in South Africa and not just write my exams online, so I don't have to pay that fee.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's how it's a real game changer. Now UNISA has gone permanent. It looks like they're going permanent on, like, we're just going to be writing exams online, at least for the next year or two.
Yeah,
like,
while they figure things out.
While they figure things out.
So if you are wanting to come here, or you are here, I guess this is the greatest opportunity right now because it's cheaper. And damn, I wish they leave it like that because it doesn't make sense.
It's why would you? Yeah, it's just But anyways.
Well, the next question was, how much is it? So I guess it varies on your course.
It varies on what your course is.
But they usually used to double.
They used to double it because of that examination.
But now they don't.
Now they don't. And I do have friends that got here, or people I knew.
Yeah.
That got here while it was still that double fee thing. And then COVID happened and they eventually got a refund. They had to apply to like, hey, it's because we didn't have to go to the embassy.
So another one they have is does your school or EPIC give you days off to go write your exam? This was before.
This was before.
It was online.
So before, I would have had to
take
days off to go to the embassy and write my exam. So like the cool thing about UNISA is that you know pretty early on when you're going to be writing your exams, and then I could have negotiated and talked and say, hey, these are my days. I need to take my day. I would have to take paid leave.
And now that you're doing it online, because you said you're writing so
yeah.
What about times?
So okay, very good. UNISA observes South African time. So regardless of where you are in the world, you have to do your exam.
And we're 7 hours ahead.
We're 7 hours ahead. So sometimes it's helpful because if your assignment is 12 p.m. or midnight in South Africa, it's 7 a.m. for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
it
that
also
helps.
depends which country you are
You're in, yeah.
But mostly Asia is ahead of South Africa. So even if you're in China, I think is China an hour
maybe
behind?
an hour behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for people who want to study and work here?
If you couldn't do it in South Africa, don't think all of a sudden that's going to change now that you're here.
Like if you couldn't manage.
If you couldn't manage, because like I think in general, UNISA students, you need to be a disciplined person because you're not attending lectures. It's not a traditional university in that sense.
Yeah.
So generally, people that apply there, it's because they know that okay, I can do this on my own. They can govern themselves.
So if you're good with self-studying.
Self-studying, yeah. If you were not that person, you know. But then circumstances, if you really need to come here, you have no other option. I don't know of another university.
But coming here, you already have a degree, right?
Of course, yeah. So I'm assuming you are furthering.
I think we should clarify.
Yes, sorry, yes. So I do have an undergrad.
This is your second.
This is my second degree. I should say this. Yes,
okay.
Thank you. Yeah,
that would make sense. Because now I'm like, I'm
from University of KwaZulu-Natal. Shout out KZN.
What are the advantages of studying while living here? Or one, at least.
One, I'm doing it at my pace.
Okay.
At my own pace. Like if I was back home, I probably wouldn't have picked UNISA, so I would have gone to a traditional university, and so therefore I would attend lectures, schedules.
1 year maybe.
Yeah, 1 full year or two, and I don't have that time to work and earn money and be independent. So yeah, I think.
And one disadvantage?
I was writing an exam yesterday, but I'm still on holiday. So sometimes it requires you to stop what you're doing and focus because.
And sometimes our holidays are different.
Sometimes our holidays are different.
So it's not a holiday in
South Africa, not at all. You know? And sometimes it's just.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now, what would you do differently?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it just worked out. My biggest worry was the whole having to travel to the embassy to write, asking for leave and all of that. But now that that's not an obstacle, I don't really see why you'd have an obstacle. I mean, the only big obstacle now is, like, for example, if an exam starts at 8 in the morning in South Africa, I know that's 4 in the afternoon here.
And we knock off at 4.
And we knock off at 4:30, you know. Yeah. And sometimes I can get away with it, you know, maybe I can find a space in the library and write.
Yeah.
But you know, school's allowed, and like UNISA now, they're very strict. There's an app, an invigilator app.
So you have like
so it records that you're writing now. It can detect sound so that I'm not cheating. They can hear. Yeah. I'm not like looking up stuff on the side. Like so it's proper, you know. But other than that, you know, it's okay. And then again, I should clarify that obviously there are some courses in UNISA that are inherently where you have to do practical work.
Yeah.
You will know that at the very beginning when you apply. So for those, in those instances, in those cases, at some point you will have to go back to South Africa and do the practical part.
Yeah, because
but other than that,
some of us don't come here with the plan, like to actually study.
Yeah.
But I was considering doing a PGCE, so I could be a licensed teacher. But it's also one of those programs where I need to go do 2 months.
2 months
of practical teaching, like in South Africa, and
Do they not consider
So
work
they give
done
you
here?
3 years. No, they give you. I mean, you're gonna be a licensed teacher in South Africa, so you must have experience in South Africa. So they give you 3 years after you completed
Yeah.
to do your practicals. Otherwise, it's not valid. So I'm like counting with you.
Yikes.
3 years I'll be here. So,
Oh, would have got to.
I think I'll do it. I will do it online closer to my time.
Planning
Yeah.
to leave,
So when I'm
okay.
about to leave, then I'll do the practicals. So I
Okay.
think you just need to find out. Because if I didn't ask that, I would have just done it, and then
And
I'm
then,
like, I'll
like,
do my practicals and get to South Africa. Then
You're
like, it
no,
expired.
sorry.
I will.
After all that money, yo,
Yeah.
man, yeah. Another thing that, with UNISA, they obviously, if you were back home, they would physically post or mail your materials to you. That's no longer, you can still have that done, but when you're here, that won't happen. It's not a train smash. They will make it available for you online.
Oh, okay.
So you can just print it out or PDF, so that's not a train smash. And then the address,
Yeah.
because this is important. I have not put my Korean address for UNISA.
Oh,
I would have to if I was going to write at
at
the embassy.
But now it's
But
strictly
now that
online.
it's not, it's strictly online, so I just kept my South African address, so that's not an issue.
So the next question, this person says, how feasible is it to study through UNISA while in South Korea?
Okay, good question. It is feasible. So I think let's look at our work hours. I have to be at school at 8:30.
Yeah.
And then we knock off at 4:30.
Yeah.
However, we're not teaching strictly from like 8:30 to 4:30. I just need to be in the school premises. I probably teach 3 hours, and then the
3, 4,
rest,
yeah.
3-4 hours, and the rest I'm just chilling until time. Until I have
I
to
guess
leave.
you prepare for your next class, but it's it doesn't
If-
take
like,
1 hour max.
Yeah,
all your grades.
all your grades, all your schools.
Even 1 hour, I'm pushing it.
You're done.
So you do have a lot of time.
There is time to do this. Most of the time you at work at your desk, and you're supposed to be preparing for your other lessons, which, like Palesa said, doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is feasible. You can do it.
Next question, what is the key to not getting distracted?
I don't want to say where I was when I wrote my exam yesterday.
Where were you?
I was at Jerry's. It was quiet.
It's a pub.
I was at Jerry's. It was pretty chilled.
No, at effort. If you know yourself, you know yourself.
No, it was a multiple choice.
Why? Like, why the pub?
No, I didn't plan to write it at the pub. They actually changed the hours.
Last minute.
Last minute for me. I didn't check the notice. Okay. So obviously, if everyone goes into the system at the same time, it's gonna crash. So they're like, okay, we're gonna split you up into 3 different groups. I got that notice. I didn't read that notice, so that was on me, not
Okay.
UNISA. And I so happened to be at the pub at the time, and I was like, okay, let me just quickly do this.
Have you ever not submitted?
No, because well within time, when your exam schedule is.
So how do you do it? That's a question. How are you not distracted?
So I plan my time, my fun time, and when I'm having fun, I go all out and I make sure
For the streets.
because I am soldier. And then I disappear for like 3-4 weeks, and people don't notice that. But I actually, when I'm gone, I'm gone.
Because we just always think maybe you didn't post, but you're out there.
But no, when I'm just by myself and I'm doing my work, and again, because ahead of time, there honestly isn't a reason for you to panic when it is exam time. So that I knew obviously a long time ago this exam is coming, had prepped for it, knew the format that it was going to be multiple choice. So I found myself in a situation, okay, sharp, give me an hour, done, submit, and I carried on.
So I guess if you plan properly, then you
It's
won't
not a
get
big deal.
distracted.
Yeah,
you still have time to have fun and to study. Let's see. Are you able to use South African bursaries while in Korea? We don't know.
I don't know, yeah. But I don't see why not. If you meet the criteria,
Especially because it's online.
It's
like
online.
You're saying, they wouldn't even know.
they wouldn't even know that you're here. If you meet the criteria and you do whatever they request you to do, the bursary people,
Pass.
you pass. I don't see
Your
why
location doesn't really matter.
doesn't really feature. Yeah. All you need is good Wi-Fi, which this country has plenty
Ooh,
of,
yes.
and your laptop.
Okay. Do you receive some support from your school, like study leave?
I'd have to request paid
your
leave,
own
my
leave.
own leave.
Yeah, we don't have study leave.
Yeah, we don't have study leave, so we have 26 paid leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if push came to shove for whatever reason, I would say, hey, and again, I would know this well before time. I wouldn't tell them now.
Yeah.
You
Also,
know.
he just mentioned Uti. What did you say? Most like the time zone is different.
Yeah, the time zone
So
is
mostly, at least you'll need 30 minutes if you leave at 4, maybe to go write the test.
Yeah.
And then if you use 30 minutes every day, that's like one day of your leave days, because they count every minute.
Oh yes.
So
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense. But
It's a technicality, but yes, there's a way around.
Yeah,
there's a way around.
it can work.
It can work. It can work.
Are you able to choose any university you prefer other than UNISA?
You would have to speak. I can only speak for UNISA.
Yeah. Okay. But
yeah.
a lot of universities have changed how they handle things. If the course doesn't have a practical thing, like if you want to be a teacher, you have to go do your practicals. But if it's just theory, maybe just ask that specific university. Honestly, we don't know everything. But UNISA 100%.
100%.
The next question says, hi, would you need to apply for a different type of visa to study and work over there?
No.
We have the same E2
I have
visa,
the same
right?
E2 visa, and I'm not taking away from my job.
Yeah.
And like I explained before, if it came to that, which would be in an exam situation, I would be taking my paid leave.
Yeah.
It won't come to that because exams are online
So-
during my personal time, so no.
Yeah, we mostly work. We're here to work,
Work.
and then the studying, what you do on the outside,
Yeah.
you must figure it out within your leave
Your
days
own-
or weekends.
or your weekends.
So, same visa.
It's just studying,
That's a
not
good
generating
question.
cash from it. So
Is it possible to work at more than one school and still be studying through UNISA?
yes, very possible. I used to have 4 schools, and I've just recently moved to a new location. I now only have 2 schools, and my schedule hasn't changed because I have 2 schools,
Yeah.
I still need to be at a school every day. So whether I have 4 or 5 or 2,
We have the
doesn't
same
really
working
matter.
hours, which
Same
is
working hours.
22.
Yeah, 22
hours. So whether you have 5, 10, you still just have
have-
22 hours. So
Yeah, so you'll be okay.
yeah. As you guys can see, mostly it was about UNISA because that's what Uspe is studying through, and I'm not currently studying, and a lot of people are currently not studying, so we don't know much. But I hope this is helpful for whoever that wants to teach and study as well. Thank you
I
so
think
much
so. Thank
for
you.
finally doing this.
Yo, it's been a
It's
long
been a
time
while.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we did it. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. He also has a YouTube channel, so
do.
I will link it up here.
Yes.
Check it out and subscribe. Tell us about your YouTube channel. What is it?
Why did I freeze? Because I just looked at them. Like, should I call them? No.
Yeah, I mean, they can come.
Yeah, let's call them.
He's got his siblings and they have a channel.
Annyeong 여러분, we are the 3 vagabonds. This is Spe. Obviously, you've met him from this video. This is
Sim Tembide.
I'm Sabi, the writer everywhere.